How's it going today, everyone? More to life outdoors. Doing a little adventure today. Kind of a backstory. About 10-12 years ago, we had borrowed some friends' ATVs, and we were up here bebopping around, taking different old 2-tracks or old logging roads. And then during that adventure, we happened to come across this knoll, and it looked like it was bleeding agates. There was agates everywhere. And of course, off and on since then, we've tried to relocate that knoll. So that's what we're doing today. I spotted another old 2-track. It's got some deadfall and things like that across it. So we're not gonna try and take a ATV, we're just gonna hike it and see what we find. And thought we'd bring you guys along.
And then if we can't find that, we're gonna go up our Agate Creek.
And we call it Agate Creek because we don't want everyone knowing where it is. So we're still walking on the road here, trying to get to that 2-track we were talking about. And right along this road, Michelle found this nice little agate. Needs a little cleaning, but really nice. Got some crystallization in the cavity there. Be really nice once we get it all cleaned up. So we're just barely getting started on this 2-track, and my lovely wife Michelle immediately finds these 2 agates. This one here on the right, it's kind of cool. It's got a lot of detail. It looks like it's got some smoky agate in there with the white and clear or opaque. Kind of cool. So that 2-track kind of washed out on us. Again, like I said, it's been a long time since we've been on it. So we're gonna climb up this little knoll, see what's on top of it. If it's not what we're looking for, we'll probably drop down on the other side, and that's gonna drop us into that Agate Creek we keep talking about. So we made it up to the, I think I just got it on camera actually. So we got up to this little knoll, and it's not the knoll we were looking for. I was actually turning on the camera to talk about it not being where we thought. There's another one in the brush. And this fawn kicked up, and it looks like we got another little guy right here. Nice and easy, try not to spook it. Oh my gosh, she's a little one, really tiny. So I don't want to get any closer. I'm hoping you guys can see that okay. There's a little fawn right there in the brush. Oh, there it goes. So trying not to spook it. The first one obviously kicked. Hopefully Mama's not too far away. But yeah, 2 little fawns we just kicked up here in the brush. They'll start bleeping here in a little bit, calling for Mom. She'll come find them. But that was quite special. Didn't expect to see those up here on this trip. I mean, they are starting to drop, the fawns with spots. So kind of a nice little treat. Hope it came out on camera okay, and you guys can see fairly young fawns. Recently probably dropped within just a few days. We started dropping here, I don't know, probably about a week ago. People started seeing the fawns around. That one there, those ones were pretty young, but again, they'll get away from us, they'll start bleeping and track their mom. Their mom will come back to the area and she'll start calling for them too. It's part of nature. What they do, the does will bed them down somewhere where they go and graze and then come back for them. But you know, the fawn's a predator, or unfortunately us stumbling across them, you know, they'll vacate and go a little distance from here until they feel safe. Then they'll bed down, and like I said, then they'll start bleeping for Mom. So we're going to continue on here. Again, not the knoll we were originally looking for with all the agates. So up here, this isn't really the knoll we were looking for. This is the same knoll where we just saw the 2 fawns. But the wife is finding agates up here. So, don't know how well you can see that. I'm hoping on the computer you can see it. But across the little canyon here was a deer, a doe. She just skedaddled. Don't know if that's mama looking for her little ones now. All right, folks, we're gonna start descending. Michelle's gonna go ahead. That way, maybe you can get to see what kind of declination we're talking here. Like I said, it's not really a trail, it's much more of a game trail. Well, the wife's gonna stop, take pictures. Seeing lots of mushrooms, all kinds today. Probably because it's been so wet up here. So we're down here along the creek. My wife likes collecting these little ones and put them like in an apothecary jar, use them for decorating and stuff. It's awful sparkly. Looks like it's definitely got some agate. Looks like it's agatized. Just to give you an idea though, that's my hand. That's pretty good size. I might be packing out a big rock today, folks. Alright, so the wife has spied an agate, at least a rock with a good seam in it down here, and she just can't resist. So she's going to go out there and grab it, because that's how dedicated she is.
My feet are going to get wet.
Your feet are going to get wet, dear. Good thing you have your wool socks on. Almost got me. All right, so let's take a look and see what she threw at me. So this little agate seam in this rock here, kind of cool. Hopefully she thinks it was worth it. I'm not sure if I did or not. See if he does it again.
It's a nice little banded agate.
So this is what I found. I set the camera down because I didn't want to drop it. But that's what was in the water. That's what I just dug out. A nice banded agate, as the wife said. Nice little find. Unfortunately, I did get my toes wet, but I'll survive. A little agate that the wife's gonna pick up right now. A nice little agate. It's like agate and what is that? Calcite, looks like. Is there,
yeah.
You said there's another one there too? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Nodules. Alright, so we spied a couple more possible agates. The wife has volunteered to get her feet wet. She wants to go see what they are. Yes. Winter, winter chicken. Oh, you're not going to try the other one?
That was not an agate. It's a white rock. Oh, that was cool though. It's got a little bit of banding around it.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Nice.
Kind of opally looking.
Yeah. So I just found this. It's just super cool looking. Be more for, like I said, like what I was talking earlier, apothecary jar. It's too fragile to even try and think about polishing or anything of that nature. I just thought it was super cool. Again, just like to show you guys the beauty and the serenity of being up here. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so we spotted this little game trail. Kind of goes up to this little knoll here. So we're going to take a little detour away from the creek. Beautiful, rugged country. To give you a perspective, there's the creek again down below us there. Here's Michelle coming up the trail, kind of following me. We'll go back down to the creek, probably the same way we came. We got a bag of rocks down there we want to make sure we pick up. But I really enjoy just sharing with you the beauty, but also like to express the rugged nature of this country. Not always easy to navigate, but well worth the effort. Again, if you're not familiar with walking in the wilderness, make sure you use a map and a compass. You can use a GPS too. Always carry a map and a compass as backup though, because GPS batteries die. I've also run into situations where people have dropped their GPS unit and broken it, and then we've had to go out and find them. So just make sure you have a backup plan. I'm going to be honest, I have a Onyx backcountry that I carry, but it's more for backup. In fact, I don't even have my phone on me right now. It's back up my backpack down below us there on a log where we've been collecting rocks. But you know, the wife's been up in this region most of her life. I myself, she introduced me to this neck of the woods 30 years ago this summer. And then of course we moved back to Idaho 19 years ago and never regretted it. Love every minute of it. We spend as much time as we can up here in this country. So I kind of know the area. Like I said, I've been beating the brush up here for a number of years. But if you're going to come up here and you're not familiar, make sure you got a map, compass. GPS is great, just make sure you have a backup. And if you don't know how to use a map and compass, there's lots of videos on YouTube. Also a lot of your like REIs and Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops, plus some mom and pop shops. A lot of times they'll offer orienteering courses. That's what you want to look for, is map reading or orienteering. Be a good suggestion. Alright, so we made our way back down to the creek. We followed that ridge for a little ways up creek just to see where we could get to. Starts getting pretty thick with deadfall, so we went ahead and worked our way back down to the creek here, and then figured we'd kind of walk the creek or work the creek downstream. Kind of see what we can find on our way. The wife just spied this one. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. I'm gonna leave that for another day though, I think. No, the wife's gonna prove me wrong. She's gonna go down and see if she can get her hands on it, it looks like. Also, what she was just saying, she wants to see if it's quartz or agate. Well, then it's gonna have to probably be another day, hun. I think it's quartz myself, but
I could actually move it. You could actually see it. I think it's quartz and agate together.
now what you gonna do, hun? Your feet are wet again. You gonna make the leap of faith? Made it back to where we had left our stash of rocks and garbage because we pick up as we find. So in that bag is also some aluminum can and some miscellaneous garbage that we've located. But we've made it back to where we took the side trip. Starting to feel a couple little raindrops. But we're not getting shy yet. If I don't fall on my face, that is. So earlier I was talking about if you're gonna come out here, you know, and if you're not familiar with it, you know, learn how to read a map and stuff. And then I started thinking, you know, another good option is there's a lot of hiking clubs. Look online in your area. I'd be willing to bet you'll find a club that does hiking and stuff. And usually from hiking then you progress into like backpacking and things like that. So don't be afraid to do something like that, you know. I love it out here. I spend as much time out here in the woods as we can. The wife loves it too. She does her rockhounding. We do hunting, just backpacking. Last year we backpacked into Custer Lookout, Boone Creek Hot Springs, did a bunch of other day hikes, went down for a week into the Valley of Fire, that kind of stuff. So again, we love it. We work hard at it. But please, you know, if you want, get out and enjoy nature. Don't be afraid to ask for help though. I'd hate for you to come out here and get lost or get hurt. So make sure you prepare. Alright, so we're going to start making our way back to what we call the log, which is where my pack is, and we've got some rocks earlier that we found earlier stage there. So we've got to cross the creek, get back on this other side. So yeah, getting my feet wet too. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of what we gathered up today. Getting ready to see what we can get packed up. And then we're gonna make our way out of here. Probably gonna need to put the video stuff away so that I can help carry stuff out. Hard to video, but again, just some of the stuff. And then of course we pack out our garbage and rocks. But thanks for coming along.